everybody. Welcome to the very special Christmas episode of the Real Collective Podcast. My name is Brendan McKeegan, and with me, as always, right there is Sean Tassay.
Hello.
Hi. I like your sweater. Very festive.
Thank you.
Mine is just green without sleeves because I plan on doing some physical exercise after this. That's my plan, is to get in shape before the holidays so that when the holidays take their toll, I'm not as out of shape afterwards as I would have been had I not worked out for 3 months prior. Today on the show, we have I think we're gonna have a fun one today. We don't have a guest, but that's because we just wanted to just hang out with you guys that are watching. We are going to help you out a little bit as far as some preparatory things go. We're going to talk about how to prepare your house for the winter time and maybe little things that you can do throughout the winter to make sure that things are running smoothly. So we'll get into that. We've got a great listing video that might be the favorite one I've ever written, guys. It's ridiculous and it's fun. It's a Hallmark Christmas movie parody. So stick around and watch that. And then we're going to talk later on about the worst/best gifts that we've ever given and received of all time. So that's going to be fun. That'll be the round out. If you're enjoying the shows, click on the like, subscribe, and share buttons. That would be wonderful. I would like that very much if you did. And tell your friends. And if you're having a good time, download us on the Apple Podcast app, Spotify, or just watch us on YouTube and throw this on in the background and put another window over top because you're not missing much with the faces here. Maybe Sean's. Sean's got an adorable face. I have 2 young children face and a work from home face. So Christmas time is going to be great. Jolly old cheer. This is going to be having some Baileys in it by Christmas week.
You sure it doesn't already?
Yeah, no, not for the podcast. Good times, buddy. What do you have planned for Christmas?
Nothing really. I think we're just gonna, take it easy. Stick around here. We don't really have anything planned. This will be our second Christmas here. We will have been living in this house for 1 year in 2 days from now. So it's been a good year, I guess. And we spent a lot of time at home, so we're certainly used to how our house is. And I think just continuing some of those Christmas traditions that we started last year at our house. So nice. One gift at night for everybody, and then everything the next morning, sort of thing. I'm really looking forward to hosting a few more people than we were able to last year, obviously. So that's great, and the kids are starting to get vaccinated now, so that's hopeful for everything. So yeah,
I think so too. That's going to be great. I like it. Celebrating the old house birthday.
A house anniversary.
House anniversary? House birthday? Yeah. Either way, everybody, merry whatever it is you celebrate, and if you don't celebrate at all, happy Thursday.
Bah humbug.
Well, no, I mean, some people are they don't partake in any sort of religious celebrations, so that's okay too.
This is true.
Yeah, we can all still be friends because we're all good people. So that being said, we're going to jump into it. We're going to help you guys out in winterizing your home. Here are the top 8 ways to winterize your home in no particular random order. They're just in an order that we thought of them. So here we go. The first thing that we're going to talk about is, Sean, take it away. We are going to talk about making a little roof for your AC unit.
Yeah, so you want to cover up your air conditioner. That's a classic thing that you typically hear people talking about. There's been some discussion about whether you should simply put a board on top of it and a stone on top of the board, or whether you should get a cover that goes all the way around. The idea is you don't want to get snow or down and into your AC, or have a place for critters to come up and live. And so yeah, that's it. You want to cover that spot up for those 2 reasons. The argument to putting a piece over top of it and the stone on top is you still allow it to breathe. Whereas if you cover it all around and there's moisture inside of it, there's the potential for things for the moisture to not escape. And if you do that, you might wind up with things deteriorating or rusting, over time. And so the idea is, that's what you do. I've been using old for sale and sold signs, putting those on top, and they seem to work well. So we just have done a bit of change for our branding. So if you are watching this or listening to this and you would like an old for sale sign with my scratched out face sitting on top of your AC, reach out, and happy to give you one, because they're not serving any purpose anymore for me.
Yeah. I cut out one side of a Little Tykes house, and I put that over top of the AC unit. So it has a door, windows, a roof, a chimney. And it really helps the aesthetic overall of the house. No, I didn't do any of that. But now that I thought about it, I really might. Oh, that'd be funny. Some people do opt to slant the roof that they put on top, and that's why I say that, to help the snow fall off of it. But you do you. Number 2 on the list, and that kind of ties into it, is checking on your heating and cooling systems.
Yeah, of course. You want to double check to make sure that you've got a new filter for your furnace. You want to make sure that all systems are go. You can get your furnace serviced leading into the winter, because of course the worst thing that could happen is in the middle of winter, in the dead of winter, on the coldest possible day, your furnace breaks down. So having a good relationship with with whoever provides your HVAC services, if you are through a major distributor, is fine. If you need a connection with HVAC services, of course, check out our website, realcollective.ca. On there, you can find a list of great service providers. If you don't know somebody who can, come and fix you up at the drop of a hat, there's a few good folks on there who can help you in that regard. Yeah, and watching a red squirrel carry a pine cone to his house. So tis the season. But yeah, checking your heating, your cooling systems. It's important to make sure that systems wise you've got everything done. If you don't know how to do it, like I said, reach out to a professional.
Exactly. Don't try to tackle some of that stuff yourself, because then you just end up doing more harm than good. I think we've both seen it countless times in a home where homeowner doesn't know what they're doing and then decides to do the thing and then doesn't do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone's guilty of it at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The other thing, I'm sure a lot of, if you guys are anything like me, you're getting a lot of phone calls right now for duct cleaning. Clean your ducts this time of year. It is important. Maybe not from the guy who calls you, but again, reach out to a qualified service provider in the city to have your ducts cleaned, and that will help a few things. It'll help you breathe better inside your house, and it will help your heat move better on the inside of your house as well.
I've just decided I'm going to do a Christmas duct cleaning service where it's Christmas themed, and I dress up like John McClane, and I actually get in your vents and crawl through it. And like the whole time that I'm doing it, I'm going through your house and you hear me talking. It's like, come out to the coast, we'll have a few laughs. And like, this is so jolly. So jolly.
Oh yeah. I feel like the vents are so small that you might die like hard.
Maybe, but we'll live free or we'll die hard. Maybe with a vengeance. I don't know. All right, moving on to the next one. Next one's pretty quick, but you guys have probably already thought of this, but checking your roof and your eavestroughs. Fall just happened. A lot of times people's eavestroughs don't have gutter guards, or they don't have guards on the downspouts, so those can get easily blocked by debris, leaves, that kind of stuff. So get out there anytime now, really, if you haven't done it already by the time this airs, and just clean out the ducts, your ducts, clean out your eavestroughs, get that stuff out of there, because throughout the winter you're gonna have snow falling, and then it's gonna fall on your roof, and as it melts, it's gonna take whatever little extra dirt and debris and stuff and grit, and it's gonna go into your eavestroughs. So clear that out, and also check the roof.
Yeah, and that's it, right? Like that grit that will come from the roof. So if there is if your roof is starting to deteriorate over time, it'll pull that grit down with it as it's melting. Of course, if you can Some people have drones. You can send a drone up to go and look on the top of your roof. If not, you can just grab a ladder and climb up the top of your roof. You want to check where the seals are, right? Any ventilation that you've got going out of your roof, you want to double check that it's sealed up well and that your roof, the shingles aren't starting to smile up around the corners, or bacon shingles, like Brendan likes to call
Yeah,
them.
the old bacon.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know.
What you can do is toss your lightest child up there and have them look around.
Yeah, typically your lightest child is not one that you'd be trusting to inspect really closely. I guess it depends how old your lightest child is.
But that's why it's important to get your child books on home inspection and home maintenance as early as you can. I would say it's one, maybe the baby's first home inspection, and let them know what radon is.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Follow Brendan for more pro tips.
Yeah, I'm a great parent.
Parenting.
Okay, number 4. This one is more about throughout the winter, especially in Ottawa. It kind of seems like, yes, we'll get snow and it'll snow, but we get quite a few heavy dumps in a winter, 2 or 3. I would say, stop it. Such a child. We get large quantities of precipitation at one given time. Science. So this one is to clear your vent areas. So dryer vents, any other vents, the spigots from your house that go outside, like your garden hose. If the snow gets up that high, you got to clear that out. You got to make some room away from the vents. Like, you might have to go outside and actually dig down. I've had to do that myself, but you definitely need to do it. Sean, tell them why we need to do that.
Yeah, well, because I mean, if you well, why is because carbon monoxide poisoning. Make sure that your carbon monoxide alarm that's in your house has batteries if it's not hardwired, and that they work as well, just in case. But yeah, getting out there with your shovel is what it's all about. While you're out there, you might as well shovel out your window wells, right? Get all the snow out of there. Really, the name of the game is getting moisture and water away from the side of your house. I had a neighbor before that would just go around their house with a shovel, and they would just shovel, 2-3 feet away from their house and put the snow somewhere else. I think the snow does a decent job of insulating while it's snow, but the problem is, of course, when it melts and turns to water. Any damming that's putting water down towards the side of your house is bad. And of course, that snow buildup, especially when we've got those days where we're getting 50 centimeters of snow, we've seen people where the snow just goes right over top of the vents, and it creates a nasty problem. Your house is breathing there, right? Like, imagine covering your mouth with snow and your nose, so you can't breathe in or out, because that's what happens, right? You've got breath coming in, so the furnace breathes in and then breathes out as well. So yeah, you want to make sure that there's the ability to breathe. Your house can breathe, right?
Exactly. Important for sure. Number 5, because we do have 8, we're going through them a little bit quicker than normal. Prep your windows and your doors. Sometimes, depending on what you're in, that might even mean those plastic sheets that you get your hair dryer and do this to. Sean and I were talking about this earlier, how both of us have had to do that at one point because of the apartments that we've lived in, or condos that maybe weren't the best quality. So if you're finding some condensation in your windows, that might be something that you have to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely did that more than once when I was when I was a student living in Sandy Hill, and it was, we had a system down, and I got the hairdryer going and everything. It was great. Now, as adults, we typically don't do that as much, because you want to be able to open and close the windows, but you want to prepare your windows. So that means typically removing your screen from the window, right? So we're actually right now, if I open this door right behind me, you can see a stack of screens that I've just taken from the upstairs level. Yeah, you want to take everything out so that you don't have condensation building up in your windows. That's going to cause damage over time. It's going to cause water leaking, dripping to the bottom of your window, and then sort of getting on your the trim that goes around the window. It's going to damage that trim. It's going to potentially damage the wall as well. So preparing your windows. If there's doors that you don't use regularly, like if you've got a side entrance door that you regularly don't use, think about maybe just covering the base of it, especially if you've got some draftiness there. Or you can go to the hardware store and you can get extra, what's it called? The thing where you go all around the door?
Trim.
Yeah, not trim, but like a foamy thing that sort of sits between the door and the door jamb. Right. So different ways that you can help yourself keep your keep the heat inside. Keep your energy consumption low by keeping your heat on the inside of the house. Same thing for windows. If you're not going to be using them, there's you can feel if you've got draftiness or wind loss. There's different things that you can get into there. I don't think it's the time of year where you might be replacing your windows, but it might be something to think of down the road.
Yeah. And a lot of times it might even mean those little bristle attachments where it looks like the bottom of a broom that you can get for your doors, especially if you have a door that maybe goes into the garage that has a bit of a gap. And even in your garage door, you might want something. Sometimes they have, looks like a little squeegee. So it's like it has like some brush to it and some give. So that'll kind of help seal that off too. Number 6, we have an energy audit.
Yeah. So we were talking about a little bit of replacing your windows, but one thing that I think we'll have to double check to see where it is, but I think the government released a program that they're going to be helping out with doing an energy audit for your house. So we can check into that and see if we can find a link and maybe post it in the description as well. But there are some new programs that I think that they're offering. So typically what happens is you have somebody come in to do an energy audit for your house to see where you've got heat loss, all of that sort of thing, and go through the process of finding out, okay, well, do I need to put more insulation in my attic? Or do I need to replace my doors and windows because there's too much heat loss there? Where am I losing heat? Or what about insulation in the basement? Is my basement unfinished and the walls aren't insulated? Can I simply insulate those walls and save a lot more energy that way? So yeah, you can have an energy audit, and then once you've got that done, you can really start to understand how your house can improve in terms of saving energy. I think that program by the government also even allows you to get a like a thermostat, like a Nest thermostat or something like that. So
maybe I'm just looking up the website now, envirocenter.ca. And there's some backslashes in there, but you can find it on envirocenter.ca. Typical cost is about $500. And there's even some cashback incentives. So there's rebates and incentive programs that you can look at on there too. I'm not going to get into all of them because you guys can read. So go to the website and check that out.
Awesome.
Yeah. Number 7, because it's going to be close to Christmas time and Santa needs it, you're going to want to call Gus the lovable chimney sweep. Take care of your chimneys, guys. Get that taken care of. Make sure that it's cleaned out so that if you are using a wood burning fireplace, that everything, including smoke, can escape. Again, carbon monoxide. So make sure that can get out of there. Otherwise, you get a buildup in there. It's not good for Santa's. It's not good for your own air quality because when you have a typical chimney, soot can build up on there and it just kind of cakes on. And it can be bad. And I've seen it happen before where, you light a fire and the smoke will go up and then all of a sudden has nowhere to go. So then smoke starts coming out of the fireplace. So that's pretty much it, I guess, for that one. Just take care of your chimney.
Yeah, if you do have a wood burning fireplace and you lived in your house for a while, if you never had a wet inspection, WETT inspection, we do work with some qualified inspectors who can come to your house and do a wet inspection for you to ensure that your chimney is safe for you and your family. So again, check the website, look under home inspectors, under partners, and you'll be able to find a few different inspectors who can come and do a wet inspection at your house. If you want more help, just reach out. Brendan and I'd be able to answer any of those questions. But yeah, it's the smell of a fire, around Christmas time is really great. But you got to be safe about it, right?
Yeah. And I just want to point out too, for anyone that has watched a few episodes and heard Sean and I recommending going to our website and checking out some of our partners, we don't get anything from you guys using their services. These are just people that do well by our clients that we trust implicitly with our clients and with their needs that we feel would do a good job for anybody. So go and check them out. But if you want to look elsewhere, go ahead. But we do have those resources available for you. So it's not a sales pitch. It's just saying, hey, here's some good people. Great. And then the last one, maybe some of you are snowbirds. Maybe some of you have Four Seasons homes that you got to take care of. Your pipes, you got to make sure you're checking your pipes. So sometimes that includes turning off your water entirely so that your pipes don't freeze.
Yeah. I think we talked about turning off your water at the cottage, right? If you've got a four-season cottage, you might want to do that. And especially at the house that you're living in, I've had it before where slowly over time, I had a pipe burst in the house, but it didn't even burst until the summertime when I turned it back on. But the freezing, the ice that was created inside the pipe pushed it so that the pipe was so big that eventually it turned into a slow leak. So some of these new ones sort of automatically close. They've got the shutoff valve into the house. But if you've got a bit of an older home, you want to make sure that you turn off your shutoff valve towards the inside of your home before the winter comes. And that's super important because again, it's water. You don't want water in your house, right? If you do have water in your house, you want it to come out of a tap and then go down a drain. You don't want rogue water in your house because it's not good for anything.
Correct. Rogue water is the worst water. Should only come in the pipes provided.
That's right. Yes.
Otherwise, it's breaking and entering.
And stay in those pipes.
Yeah,
always.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So that's it, guys. Those are the top ways to help winterize your homes. If we missed any, put them in the comments below. Help some people out. What do you do for your home to help winterize it? Let us know. And right now, we're going to take a little break so that you guys can watch a very special Remax Hallmark Christmas movie trailer starring yours truly and our own Jessica DiNardo. A story about a girl who falls in love with a house. Enjoy.
She's always too busy to talk to you right now, but she's about to have her world turned upside down. It's good to see you back here in desirable Morgan's Grant in Canada.
Well, if I had my way, I'd still be in big city.
I take it you haven't found the one yet?
Have you seen what's on the market? No.
She's gonna find out that sometimes finding the one happens when you least suspect it. A Remax Hallmark Christmas movie.
Ah!
Oh my goodness, are you okay?
I'm fine. Oh, I stumbled.
I'm so sorry, I was just chopping wood for orphans. They like to use my fireplace in the living room. It's something I like to do around the holidays. Hi, I'm 11 Rutherglen Terrace.
So, tell me all about it, Hot Cocoa.
Well, 11 Rutherglen Terrace seems like a dream. There's an incredible foyer that greets you right as you walk in, with amazing flow throughout the entire main level, which is great, because sometimes I feel like I just need my space, you know?
Sounds like you're really smitten. Hot Cocoa? She's gonna find out that sometimes, just sometimes, you find the right 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, including an ensuite, and the generosity isn't just about the room size. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Sounds like things are getting pretty serious. Have you seen the basement, Hot Cocoa?
Well, actually, hello, 11 Rutherglen Terrace? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear you come in. I'm built so well that the stairs didn't make a sound. Here, let me put on a towel. There. She's going to find out that 11 Rutherglen Terrace has it all. A finished basement with room for the entire family. Hey Jess, come here. I want to show you the backyard. Sometimes I just like to enjoy it out here, knowing that there's so much privacy and there's no prying eyes from neighbors. Jess? Hey Jess, where'd you go?
He's had another family this entire time. How can I be so stupid?
Jess, no, Jess, is that what you think? Hot Cocoa? No, that's the original family for 11 Rutherglen Terrace. Yeah, they just decided to up and leave him for a different house. They moved to Stickfigureville.
What have I done? Thank you, magical Christmas elf!
I'm not a magical Christmas elf. We work together. You're at my wedding. She knows. I'm 5'10". She knows. Sometimes Christmas is more about just the presents. Sometimes it's about where you spend it. Yeah, at Big City Heartless Homes, we could tear this down and build a new one out of storage containers. Lots and lots of storage containers. Ooh, free phone.
I've made a huge mistake. Brendan told me everything about how you've only had one family, about the wonderful neighborhood, and most importantly, about who you are on the inside. I am so sorry. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you?
Well, a kiss wouldn't hurt.
Okay. You've got something in your teeth.
Oh, and also, the house is a prince. Have yourselves a real collective Christmas.
Welcome back, everybody. Wow, what a beautiful story. I can't wait for the full 3-hour directorial cut. It's going to be a great movie. I don't know. There's so many plots and twists and turns in that thing that... How do you even follow that up?
You know what? There's bound to be. It's the director's cut with the director's commentary is really what I want to hear.
We can do that. We can do that. I was just... I was shocked as anybody to find out that the house was a prince. I think that was really, really something. What are you going to do? Now we got a royal house that we can look at next year. Switching gears, talking about the holiday season. Sean and I are going to we're going to talk about some things because I'm sure a lot of you have office place Kris Kringles or Secret Santas, whatever you want to call them, or maybe you do them with your family. So we're going to talk about some of the worst and also best gifts that we've received, but also given. I feel like everyone's been guilty of like, I don't know what this person wants here, and then you just hand them something. Sean, you were talking about a very fun story about some of the some gifts that you've gotten and the choices that are made for it.
Yeah. So I mean, first thing is, I feel like money is both like a bad and a good gift to both give and receive, because you're like, oh, okay, here's some money. You're like, okay, cool, I've got this money. And then you're also like, oh, well, I didn't really put any thought into this, or whoever's giving the money doesn't really put any thought into it. But it's always nice to have money because then you can sort of self-direct. But it's like, I don't know, it's a tough one. I would also like to mention, I will take the first hit personally here. One of the worst gifts that I've ever given was a gift to my partner at the time. And I got her a, like a shower companion, like in the shower where you put your soap and your shampoo and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That was Merry Christmas. Here's something for you. Obviously, it served both of us because we shared a shower. It was really my thought behind it was, hey, here's the thing that we've both been saying, oh, this is not great to have, and so I got this thing, and I got it for you, but it really didn't go over well. And there's been a few times actually where the gifts that I've given or the ways that I've celebrated special days or holidays have not been well. And my partner then is my wife now, and she's given me a couple mulligans where I get an opportunity to a week later make it up, either on birthdays or anniversaries or anyways, special holidays. So I'm grateful to my wife for being so patient with my terrible background in gift giving. Recently, she's just given me a list of here's my Christmas, my wish list, right? And recently, all I do is I just go through the list and I buy as many of the things as fits within our Christmas gift budget. So
Right.
it's less surprising, but also less bad.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
The little ones come down here.
Oh,
You want
good.
to-
Oh, we're talking about presents, so it's appropriate.
No, she's in her Halloween costume for some reason.
As you do.
Yep. She's dressed.
What about you, Brendan? Have you ever either given or got some gifts that you're underwhelmed by or embarrassed about giving?
Yeah, mainly like Kris Kringle gifts where you don't really know the person, or like Secret Santa and you don't know what to do. Off. Okay, come here. Up. Oh, special guest. Say hi. Little kisses. Okay, good job. We're gonna take this off in a second, okay? We'll take off the
Bye,
back.
Sky.
And Mama.
So I will say this, Brendan. One time I got a gift from you and it was very thoughtful. It was for my birthday. I super appreciated it. It was some pocket squares. Still use it to this day. Brilliant pickup. Well done.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I feel like I'm a decent gift giver, but I feel like there's also times when I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea. My wife's side of the family will sometimes just ask you what you want, or you'll be out shopping and you say, oh, this is nice. And they say, well, do you want me to buy it for you for Christmas? Okay, great. And then you buy it, but then they'll hold on to it and give it to you at Christmas.
Whoa. What is this, like you're shopping with them in August? And you're like, oh, hey, I really want this.
Anytime between August and Christmas. So it could be November and you need a winter coat. And you're like, this is nice. I'm like, well, do you want me to buy it for you for Christmas? I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. Awesome. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Okay. So I grab the bag and she goes, okay, perfect. So we'll wrap this up and give it to you at Christmas. I'm like, well, what? So that's a little weird, but their side of the family just wants to make sure that you have what you want. Because if they're left to their own vices, it doesn't go well.
Right.
Like, my wife's grandmother-in-law, step grandmother, that's what it is. Let's say that. It doesn't much matter, but she's got, when they were growing up, like a basement of dollar store clearance stuff. And she would just go down there with a bag and grab different things and be like, oh, they would like this. They would like this. Like Jade's brother got a puzzle that's meant for like 5-year-olds when he was 16. And it carried forward like one of the Christmases that I've had with her, like with Jade. I feel like it was maybe our second Christmas together. They gave me some nice things, like it was a big Christmas bag, and they have a feeling that like maybe quantity is pretty important. So I reached in the bag. I'm like, oh, there's some nice craft beers. Okay, thank you. And then there was like just some like utensils, like barbecue utensils. I'm like, okay, this I think this might be a regift. And then I reach in again and I pull out a bag of barbecue skewers, like just wooden skewers. Like that's just something that's a normal gift to give. And I'm like, oh, thank you. How did you know I wanted sticks?
It sounds though that they might have been onto a theme, at least, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember everything that was in there, but I know that sometimes it's just, what about all the things? Here you go. Then it's just, if one of those lands, like throwing a whole bunch of darts at a dartboard and hoping one of them hits the bullseye. It's hilarious. There was one of the other things. Oh my God. We were talking about something and it was with family gifts and regifting. We have been regifted something that we have given to, I'm not going to say which parent, but one of our parents, and it's been given back to us the following year.
Yeah.
And they don't even realize it. They have no clue that they've given you the same thing back, which is just the biggest slap in the face. You're like, I put some time and effort into getting you this. And then next Christmas, like, hey, I got this thing for you. You're like, no, you didn't.
no, you didn't, because you could turn it over and you can look at the back and be like,
Yeah.
2019, this expired last year. These bath bombs don't work anymore.
Yeah, you just missed bringing it back within the gift receipt time period, and now you're returning it to the original purchaser.
Yes. Regifting is certainly a special art. It's not one that I'm necessarily good at, but there are people in my family who are good at regifting. The other thing that there's people in my family seem to be good at doing is taking inexpensive items, or like you say, dollar store items or thrift store items, or a puzzle that might be missing like 3 or 5 pieces,
Right.
and then wrapping them in the most beautiful wrapping paper. So you look at or a bag with pieces coming out of it, and it looks, oh damn, look at this thing. And you go to open it up, you're like, oh, okay. So this is a puzzle box or a Lego set, and it's like, the Lego sets need like bag 1 through 6, and you can see like there's elastic wrapped around it, and there's elastic wrapped around the other side. You open it up, you're like, oh, this only has bags 2 through 6 in it. So you can't actually do it, right? Yeah. So re-gifting and gifting like used items is always, but like wrapped so that they look really new. The other thing, and I think you hit on it a minute ago, is age appropriate gifts. Because kids change quick, right? And what's cool one year for them is not the next year. And we've had some trouble in the past with our nephews where it's like, hey, we want to get them like a remote control car. And it's not cool anymore because they're playing Minecraft now or whatever, right? And so it's like, well, what do you get a kid who wants to play Minecraft? Like a hat that says Minecraft? I don't know.
Yeah. I have like when you talked about like money or gift cards and how it's like that's not really the best gift. I think it is if you're, let's say, 10 to 18, or 10 to 20, really. I think that is the best gift, because when you're at that age, you start to be or are too cool for everything and just want to pick out the stuff yourself. Or you just want to have a bunch of money so that you can save up to buy the big thing that there's no way your parents could afford for Christmas. So I think that's a good gift, but I like when we're doing Kris Kringles. The ones that I'm involved with, I always recommend like, hey guys, what if we did a no alcohol and no gift card rule? So you get anything else outside of that, but just no gift cards, no alcohol. Because a lot of people will just like, okay, here you go. And then you have people that just have a bottle of booze and it's just okay, and pass it to the left. And like, that's what you're doing, right? So I try to stay away from those at least when I'm in them. Listen, if somebody does give me alcohol or something like that, yes, but that was a very nice bottle of whiskey. So I think that's a little bit different. Yeah, I do like those, but gift cards, I think in a Kris Kringle is like, I don't know here.
Tim, what's the limit? $25? Tim Hortons, $25. Picked it up this morning when I got my coffee.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
The other one we've done, and this, for whatever reason, it was a lot of fun. I forget where I did it, but we all came together and we did. You can't call it this anymore, but it's a gift exchange where one person goes to get something and then the other person says, oh, I want to steal your gift. And the other person says, oh, I want to steal that gift, or no, I want to go to the pile and take the new one. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, some people call it Santa swap.
That's probably a better name for it than what I was going to call it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I just came up with that name now, so I'm some people. I just but it sounds real, so we're going to call it Santa swap.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I can say it too, and now we are some people because we're 2. So there we go.
Nailed it.
A couple of people.
I agree. So let's go with one of the best gifts that maybe you've received or given.
Oh, wow, you're putting me on the spot. I did not have any thought in here. I wanted to talk about the worst. Best gift I'll tell you the best gift I ever received. This is easy. It wasn't for Christmas. It was for my birthday. My wife, I was turning, I guess, 35, probably. Anyways, my wife wrapped up this box. I opened up the box, and it was a positive pregnancy strip with my firstborn son.
That's great. That's awesome. I I was gonna say a Sega Genesis. Yours is a lot better.
Yeah, I mean Sega Genesis. Is a lot of fun.
Ooh, Sega Genesis. They had NBA Jam. Baby can't play NBA Jam. So
Was it NBA Jam TE? Tournament edition?
I think I had Tournament Edition, but that was later on. But yeah, man, I don't know. But I don't even know the best gift that I received because I feel like growing up there was always like the one gift at Christmas that you just felt super spoiled with. You know, so like an Easton aluminum hockey stick was one of them back when those were like the biggest thing in the world. Yeah, man, there's been some good gifts. I think one of the better ones that I've given was when my now wife and I first started dating. We'd been seeing each other for a few months, but then we made it like official to be a couple on like December 19th. And Christmas was like 6 days later. And we already were like, well, should we do something? Yeah, let's just do something small for each other though. Like, let's not go crazy because we didn't want to do that. And it's tough, right? Because it's a brand new relationship. So you're not sure what to do. So what I did, because we met at the comedy club, was I went back and we were playing darts in the pub downstairs. And that was where we had our first kiss. So when we were playing, she hit a bullseye. And so I took a picture of the bullseye when we were there. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And I'll send it to you just as like a fun thing. So then I had that kind of edited to make it look all nice. Like I went back and got the two darts itself. And so I put the picture of the bullseye and the two darts that we actually used that night. And I put them in a shadow box.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, this little memento of like our first kiss. And I think that we really hit the bullseye with this relationship. And now we have two babies.
You are very sweet. That is a very sweet gift, Brendan.
It's not sweet when I do finger guns though.
Let's
take some away from it. But yeah, like I don't know. I love the gift giving aspect of it. You know, like even last year when my sister was here, she's coming again this year, which is great. But yeah, she came with her kids, and it was just her and her two kids, and we made sure that we got her something nice, and it was really good because she was like, oh, it's been a while since I've had someone buying me gifts like that. So I'm like, yeah, great. So I don't know. I think it all comes down to just having a good time with your family. And if that means that you're celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you're celebrating, if you're celebrating it all, or if you're just saying it's Thursday or Sunday, then so be it. And it's a good time.
Yeah, it's a great time, you know. I love looking at the trees, the decorations, the lights, you know, like all of it. The kids get super pumped about it. So it's good, man. All of it's making me smile. I love Christmas time.
Yeah. And with that note, we're gonna have our Secret Santa coming up soon with our team. And we hope that you guys have a good one with yours. So we're gonna wrap things up here right now. If you're enjoying the show, please like, subscribe, and share us on the YouTubes, and download us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and subscribe to us on both of those as well. Tell your friends about us, share it. If you like this episode, comment below. If you didn't, keep it to yourself. Nobody likes a complainer. Don't bother. Don't ruin Christmas is what I'm saying. But if we did miss stuff about winterizing your home, or you've got great gifts or terrible gifts, put them in the comments below because I want to read those. So we'll check it out. So until the next episode, I am Brennan McKeegan, and this is
The Real Collective Podcast.
I thought you were going to say your name, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, cool. I'm Sean Tasse.
And this is The Real Collective Podcast. Keep it real, collective.
Yeah, that's good.
What an outro.